It's not a matter of party. I stand here as the party leader of UDM to condemn this incident that has happened. It's the ugliest incident of the season. When you get a suspect reprimanded and put in under police custody, being brutally murdered, and claimed that the suspect has hit his head on the wall, and there is no case of epilepsy or some issues to do with medical condition that this suspect has been suffering from or presumed to have been a prevailing condition. Mr. Speaker, sir, suspension of police officers is just the beginning. And I believe with conviction, as Ali Ibrahim Roba, myself, that there are people hell-bent in setting up the image of the president and setting up the president to and spoiling the image of this president in this country. And it seems to be deliberate. The president must act swiftly to make sure that this protection happens. Unless somebody is gifted with thickness, how can you pick somebody, put the person behind bars, and kill the person and start telling the public that the person has hit his head on the wall? This is inconceivable. In this day, age, and era, I do not believe it can be something that will have any angle to government position, but rather a complete setup by individuals who are hell-bent at spoiling the image of the president. Mr. Speaker, sir, we demand as parliament, and I believe, just as my brother Senator Kalwale has said, only parliament can objectively intervene and investigate this issue to logical conclusion. We want to demand a swift action. DCI must establish culpability, and they must pin it to an individual, not the issue of suspending individuals. That is PR exercise. We want a swift action. Otherwise, the people setting up the president should be unearthed, because the issue that is happening is an issue that is image spoiling. Unless, there is a stupidity that cannot be quantified. You cannot do what you have done in a government with democracy like the government of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, no cover-up can be allowed. Justice must be served and justice delivered, and the nation is waiting. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wambua.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is very disturbing. Disturbing, Mr. Speaker, because the question that I ask myself is, what happens if and when a police station becomes a scene of crime? And what happens, Mr. Speaker, if that crime is murder? What is it that we are supposed to do? Mr. Speaker, I hear people saying that we want justice for Albert Ojwang. But how does justice look for a young man killed in the hands of police officers? What is it that must be done for that young man, the lifeless body of Albert Ojwang, to receive justice? What exactly is it that, Mr. Speaker, must happen? Mr. Speaker, of late, our country is doing extremely, extremely badly in terms of insecurity. Mr. Speaker, in April, I saw the majority leader confronting the Inspector General of Police over some killings in Narok, in Barkoi. A few weeks ago, Mr. Speaker, 3 people were killed by police in the same area in Narok, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what is happening in our country in relation to security? What is it that needs to be fixed? That's a question that we should address ourselves to. Mr. Speaker, I'm here to say that, Mr. Speaker, this killing of this young man has capacity to throw this country into serious, serious anarchy if it is not handled properly. Remember, Mr. Speaker, what happened in Tunisia with Mohamed Bouaziz when he blew himself up outside Parliament? Just an act of one person brought about the Arab Spring in an entire region. Now, Speaker, I call upon the President on this matter. He must speak and speak with courage and determination. Heads must roll. He must reset the security apparatus in this country from the top to the bottom, Mr. Speaker. It cannot be that a person is arrested in...
Senator Chiranke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On my own behalf and on behalf of the great people of Nandi, allow me to pass my deepest condolences for this tragic death. Mr. Speaker, as my colleagues have said, even during era of detention without trial, no one was killed in police cell. Mr. Speaker, as a professional guest of the state on many occasions, and I've had privileges for spending nights in number of almost 5 police stations in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate. It is very sad, Mr. Speaker. The only place you should be safe is a police station. Mr. Speaker, heads must roll. I want to agree with my colleagues, Mr. Speaker, and you know on many occasions, I have raised that there is a problem with Ministry of Interior 1,000 times, Mr. Speaker. As we speak today, Mr. Speaker, Father Alois Cheruiyot Bett killers are not known. Father Maina killers are not known. Angata Baragoi, 6 people were buried without their killers being not known, Mr. Speaker. Angama Mara, even in Kerio Valley, Mr. Speaker. I request the following, Mr. Speaker. And I agree with colleagues that there are people who are intended to sabotage President William Ruto government. And is led by the Minister of Interior, who should take and resign, Mr. Speaker, and take personal political responsibility on this matter, Mr. Speaker. I request also that the Parliament Committee, Mr. Speaker, is very incompetent. And you know that incompetence, if you transfer from roads to lives, we lose lives, Mr. Speaker. We have lost a young man, 31-year-old, who had just married, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, they must be held accountable, Mr. Speaker. I request that the Parliament, through the national security, does inquest into unexplained deaths in this republic, Mr. Speaker, or form a judicial inquiry into the allegation of extrajudicial killings even from the last session up to this session, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it cannot be that as a Senate we are just sitting and allowing insecurity to thrive in this country. You go to Mombasa, Mr. Speaker, when you greet a boy woman, you think she's a woman, somebody has won a boy with a machete. You think she's a beautiful lady, he's a man with a machete. And there are criminal gangs ruling Mombasa as we talk to. You go to Nakuru, Mr. Speaker, the gangs are playground. You go to Kerio Valley, Mr. Speaker, and many other places, Mr. Speaker. I think it is a high time, and I want to appeal to the President, because he is a man who is very decisive. Heads must roll from the Minister of Interior, Inspector General of Police, and all his subordinates, including the OCS from Homa Bay, who gave out the link, Mr. Speaker, including Safaricom, who gives out the location of this suspect. Mr. Speaker, I remember when I want to be arrested, I left my phones in Kibos. The police went to look for me in Kibos, and I was in Eldoret, Mr. Speaker, sleeping.
Senator Oburu Odinga. Senator Oburu.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, this is a sad day for us in the Senate. Mr. Speaker, we are discussing the death of a young man who was the only son of his family. And Mr. Speaker, he has died in a police cell where people are supposed to run for safety. Mr. Speaker, where else do you go if not police station when you feel threatened by anybody? But Mr. Speaker, when you go to a police station and you are killed, Mr. Speaker, this is a very, very serious situation. Mr. Speaker, there's one time in this country where we used to have people who speak their minds. They are picked and you never see them. Sometimes, Mr. Speaker, they are picked and you see them in courts pleading guilty after being tortured in cells. Mr. Speaker, we have been struggling so that these things become a thing of the past. And it is very sad, Mr. Speaker, when we see any injustice rearing its head again. Mr. Speaker, it is not the small boys. It must be the big boys who organize this kind of a thing. Me, I've never heard, Mr. Speaker, I've never heard that somebody can be charged for making somebody infamous. I don't know what a senior police officer, what type of fame a senior police officer wants to be. Where is he going with that fame? And Mr. Speaker, fame is something you can take to a civil court. Somebody does not have to be arrested and put in cell because he has made somebody infamous. Mr. Speaker, I have even seen in this country pictures where people are putting the president in the cells. And they are never arrested, Mr. Speaker. Is this police officer even bigger than the president? Why can he not be arrested and interrogated, Mr. Speaker, if we don't tackle this particular case up to the end, Mr. Speaker? Kenyans will not believe us. Kenyans will not believe that even as leaders we are serious. Because I come from that region. What am I going to tell the people of Homa Bay when I go there? That we are in broad-based government. And I don't explain to them how their son was picked and then put in some police cell, where there are many police cells, Mr. Speaker, on the way from Oyugis. From Oyugis, there is a police cell there in Oyugis, there's a police cell in Homa Bay, there's a police cell in Kisii, there's a police cell in Kisumu. There are so many police cells around there, Mr. Speaker. Why this particular police state?
Senator Murango.
Asante sana mstahiki Spika kwa nafasi ya kuongelea jambo la kusikitisha kuhusu kijana Albert Ojwang. Jambo la kushangaza mstahiki Spika, hata kama sisi ni wanasesere, hata kama kwa Kenya ni vikaragosi, hakuna venye tungeambia kwamba yule kijana alikuja akajipigisha ukuta hapa Nairobi. Kusema ya kwamba Homa Bay hakuna nyuta, hakuna ukuta. Ukuta alipata Nairobi na akakuja akapiga ukuta akafa. Mstahiki Spika, kivuli cha fimbo hakiwezi kuficha mtu jua. Na hata watu wajaribu kuficha hili jambo namna gani, lazima litakuja kutokea wazi. Juzi niliona ya kwamba maafisa wakuu katika idara ya polisi wakisema wale wandogo wao ndo walifanya hiyo kitendo. Lakini mstahiki Spika, samaki wote hunuka lakini walimshuku kambare. Kama kuna harufu, kama kuna mwozo, ni lazima ya polisi kuanzia juu mpaka chini. Na kwa hivyo waisema kwamba wale wandogo peke yao ndo walifanya hiki kitendo. Mstahiki Spika, tunaona kama ningekuwa ni mbwenyenye amewawa, kungekuwa na watu tayari wamekamatwa. Na kuna msemo moja Kiswahili unasema kwamba maskini hedi mkele, na hata angeenda mkele akapakia jahazi mchele tele, urudi na upele. Kifo cha Ojwang kinafaa kuwa venye hatua inachukuliwa wakati wandosi wanawawa, hata huyu kijana nafaa kuangaliwa na mambo yake ichunguzwe. Lakini unajua mstahiki Spika, ukiona kesi inakaa sana katika kasri ya mfarume, ujue kwamba tajiri ana makosa. Hii kesi ya huyu kijana venye imekuwa ikizungushwa, inaonekana kwamba kuna wandosi fulani ambao wako na makosa. Na tusifanye hili jambo likawa ni jambo la kisiasa, mstahiki Spika. Lakini iko siku ukiona kivuli cha mtu mfupi kimeanza kuwa kirefu, jua kuna kucha ama ni machweo. Siku moja machweo itakuja kutufikia. Kwa hivyo ningeomba serikali, taasisi za usalama kuhakikisha kuvalia njuga swala hili, kuhakikisha ya kwamba Ojwang isiwe tu kwamba itakuwa ni takwimu ya mtu mwingine amepotea na hakuna kitu imefanyika. Asante sana mstahiki Spika.
Senator Mogeni.
Mr. Speaker, as we address Kenyans this afternoon, a postmortem report that has just come out says the late Ojwang was killed due to neck compression, meaning he was squeezed with an intention of being killed. that he suffered soft tissue injuries spread all over the body, meaning a gang inside a police cell in the Republic of Kenya was used to murder this young boy. And then he had head injuries. The conclusion, Mr. Speaker, from 5 pathologists associate these injuries with external forces inflicted in keeping with assault. Mr. Speaker, you are a lawyer. Assault means, Mr. Speaker, that in the Republic of Kenya, we have police officers who arrest citizens, assault them, murder them, and we are behaving like it's normal. Speaking for 3 minutes in the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, this is a serious matter. This is a matter that can bring a revolution, Mr. Speaker. We cannot tolerate, Mr. Speaker, a situation, Mr. Speaker, where a government that is supposed to take care of citizens is watching as we murder innocent citizens in a police cell. Picture this. This young man is the sole child of aged parents. This young man is living behind a wife with a child who is 3 years and another one is 3 months, Mr. Speaker. If this cannot prick our conscience, what will, Mr. Speaker? We cannot allow this, Mr. Speaker. We get abused on social media every day, Mr. Speaker. I've even seen occasions where even the president himself, Mr. Speaker, has faced attack on social media, Mr. Speaker. But you don't react by murdering people, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm asking the Security Committee tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, tomorrow we need all heads of security agencies before this House, Mr. Speaker, for an explanation. If not, Mr. Speaker, we have no reason why we should speak as people who have been elected to represent the people. There cannot be a case like this, Mr. Speaker, in a country that is democratic, that is independent, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking with a lot of anger because I'm a father, Mr. Speaker. How would you feel if it was you, Senator? Picture yourself, your child being arrested all the way from Nyanza, brought to Nairobi and killed in a police station. If that had happened, Odinga, he will not be here, Mr. Speaker. Even Raila Odinga will not be alive today if successive governments behave the way we are behaving, Mr. Speaker. These are extraordinary times, Mr. Speaker. At the end of this statement, Mr. Speaker, we expect you to issue directive that...
Senator Nyamu.
You've been given. Change your mind.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, the images of that young man's father crying, holding a title deed that he had brought all the way to bail out his son are haunting this country. We cannot shake off those images. They keep recurring in our minds, Mr. Speaker. And you can imagine what is building up in Kenyans right now. What is shocking, Mr. Speaker, is that even after driving him 400 kilometers from Kisumu, he was not booked in the occurrence book, even as he lay in the cells. That in itself is a red flag that points at the intentions of the officers who arrested him. As we speak, police officers concerned have been indicted. What that means is that as much as they will not continue to carry out their duties, they will continue to earn half their salary. Mr. Speaker, that is dancing on the grave of that young man. We want those police officers implicated discontinued from police service immediately. We want them to take a plea. We want them to be charged. And the complainant, who is a DIG of police, we are very disappointed. We are embarrassed that you are so intolerant. Mr. Speaker, right now I am trending because I goofed, maybe, by politicizing the matter. I have been trolled, but I have not. I cannot fathom getting such anger to an extent of even trying to be vengeful with anyone who is trolling me, for example. Mr. Speaker, as a country, as my colleagues have said, we are treading very dangerously, and we want the president to take charge of this situation. He has committed time and again that he will protect the youth of this country and he will protect their future. We are watching. Mr. President, the country is watching. We want to see how you handle this matter, because that is going to tell us a lot about you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, Albert Ojwang comes from Kokwanyo Kakelo Ward in Kabondo Kasipul in Homa Bay County. People are shedding tears here. I am mourning someone from my county, someone from the county I represent. Mr. Speaker, I have buried too many young people following the Gen Z protests just 1 year ago. Mr. Speaker, I buried close to 7 young people who were killed. Some of them were discovered in quarries, extrajudicial killings, and enforced disappearances. Mr. Speaker, in the post-election violence, I buried close to 10 young people, again extrajudicial killings. Mr. Speaker, during the protest when Raila came back from the United States, I buried almost 10 people who were killed by the police. We have felt the pain. We have shed tears, Mr. Speaker. These must be brought to a close. The problem I have with Parliament today is that we are mourning like we have no hope. We are speaking here like bloggers are speaking out there. Parliament is the one that vetted the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Speaker. And as a result, the Inspector General of Police is answerable, is accountable to this House. Mr. Speaker, tomorrow, the Inspector General of Police should be here, must be here. This gentleman did not die. This gentleman was killed, Mr. Speaker. If you look at the definition of to be killed and to die, this gentleman was killed, murdered by the police, who are supposed to be the custodians and the safeguards of law and order in this country. Mr. Speaker, on 25th of June, we'll be marking the first anniversary of the Gen Z protest. I want to challenge Senator Cheriot and Senator Minority Leader. You brought a motion to this House last year in June. We said a lot of things. We said a lot of English. Let us mark the anniversary of 25th June in this Parliament. Because the other House, everyone ran away. We were the only ones who were here. Let us come back here, take stock of the things we said. We talked of extrajudicial killings. We talked of enforced disappearances. We talked of corruption. We talked of tribalism. What have we done about it? Mr. Speaker, this is a shameful act. And I send my condolences to the people of Kabondo, the people of Homa Bay, the entire nation. The Minister for Interior, under these circumstances, should have resigned, Mr. Speaker. In an organized society, the Inspector General, let us have them here in this Parliament tomorrow. Anything short of that, we will not be any better than any other member of the public who's complaining outside there. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Seki.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I also want to bring my heartfelt condolences to the family of Albert Ojwang and the entire nation when we have a very sad day today. Honorable Speaker, it is true, we don't know where to start and we don't know what to say. Because if a young man, Ojwang, can die in a police cell with an excuse of committing suicide, and people would dare to say that, and we have a number of Kenyans who have died in the hands of police, Honorable Speaker, remembering the Angata Barikoi citizens who died in the hands of the police with a bullet. Just recently we had a number of members of the community of Majimoto in Narok again who died at the hands of police with bullets. Just recently, a day ago, in Nakuru, somebody was shot. Honorable Speaker, I think this one is becoming too much to Kenyans to bear this. We want, as most of our colleagues have said here, we want to demand, Honorable Speaker, the IG, whom I participated to his vetting, to his interviews in the Committee of National Security, we want him in this house. We want to demand him not later than tomorrow, so that we're able to ask him, because the responsibility stands and the buck stops at him. And the president should also take this, because everything is the commander of the armed forces. He needs to take responsibility on the same, because we cannot keep having Kenyans dying in his watch and there is no action. Honorable Speaker, I want to stand on that, but I want also to support this statement fully, and action must be taken. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Maruma.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa hii fursa umenipa ili kuchangia hii hoja ya kifo cha Albert Ojwang. Albert Ojwang alikuwa ni mwalimu ambaye alifundisha shule moja inaitwa Kituma kule Burawad, Taita Taveta, na mtu ambaye nilimfahamu. Mheshimiwa Spika, nimehuzunika sana kwa hii kifo, kwa sababu Albert Ojwang vile tumeambiwa ni kwamba alikuwa mtoto peke yake katika hiyo familia. Na najua baba yake alikuwa ni maskini vile tumeona katika vyombo vya habari, na alitegemewa na babake na wazazi wake ili abadilishe maisha ya ile familia. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni jambo la kutamausha na kuhuzunisha sana, kwa sababu alibeba kutoka Homa Bay na kuja mpaka police station huku Nairobi, kama hakuna vituo vya polisi kule Homa Bay. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, ni jambo la kuhuzunisha ya kwamba asasi za usalama zinatumika ili kunyamazisha Wakenya kwa sababu ya kuongea ukweli. Mheshimiwa Spika, kama mambo hayaendi vyema ama hayaendi sawa, watu lazima wawe na uhuru wa kuongea. Mheshimiwa Spika, tusirudishwe miaka ya zamani Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu sasa tumeenda mbali sana. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, zamani nakumbuka wakati wa miaka ya 90 ilikuwa ukiongea ulikuwa unaangalia nyuma, na hata mkiwa kwa nyumba mnasema kwamba kuta zina masikio, kwa sababu kulikuwa na kila mahali watu ambao walikuwa wanaitwa maspai. Mheshimiwa Spika, hatutaki kurudi hayo maeneo. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni lazima uchunguzi ufanywe vizuri. Mheshimiwa Spika, katika hii nyumba nilileta statement Mheshimiwa Spika, ambayo haijapata suluhu bado, haijapata majibu bado, ya mtu ambaye aliuawa